Well, it should be pretty obvious just looking at this one while we got to change the tail light assembly out, but it actually looks worse inside. Let me get this thing off and I'll show you what I mean. And as you can see from an electrical standpoint, the back side of this light looks much worse than the front side. It's all melted and won't hold a bulb anymore. People tried using tape on it, so all in all, we're doing the right thing by getting all this stuff replaced. And another thing that happens that causes this is people get stuck in traffic and they hold their foot continuously on the brake pedal without ever letting it up and letting everything cool down a little bit. But it's gone now and everything's going to be better. And to take it out, there's two T20 screws that hold the panel in. And then you have to pull and release the detents. And sometimes it can be a pain. See, this one has water in it. Yep, full of blinker fluid. So even though it looked better, it's got to be changed too. The two things I try to do when doing wiring is A, to fix the problem, and B, to make it look like no one's ever been there before. And I think I do a pretty fair job of both. And I'm just going to go ahead and work through changing out these taillight sockets. We are putting used ones in because they came with the used taillights, but they look like brand new, and we're going to go with them. I'm going to go with this, see if we can get the tape at least split before we take it off. Get ourselves in trouble. There we go. Alright, well, we're definitely not going to splice those two wires together. What we're going to do is we'll cut back here and splice on this side, so we only have to make one joint. Now we have to get it off this piece of wiring here, which may be a little bit more difficult. And in case you're wondering, this tool that I'm using, I originally bought from Snap-on. They cost about $18–20 a piece, and as part of a kit, so I didn't buy it by itself. But I started using it and really liked it, and and I realized right away what it was. It's a seam ripper, and ever since then I go to Walmart or go to the craft stores with my wife and pick up one for $2. I still have the Snap-on one in the kit though. Last time it broke or I got too dull and they serviced it for me, I just went ahead and kept it there as a brand new one. I haven't used it since. Kind of strange, you don't want to use it because it's like new, but it's there to be used. And there we go. We have what I think is a very nicely repaired wiring harness. newish sockets that came with the light assemblies. We're going to stick some new bulbs in there. And if anybody opens this up in the future, they're not even going to change the bulb. They won't even realize anything's gone. All the splices are made, no lumps. Because if you cut it all off square and put them in one spot, you have a big lump, and it looks terrible, and it lays terrible. But right now you can bend it around. It doesn't really hang up on anything. It does what it's supposed to do. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you about this. But got the heat shrink tubing on there. It's got a sealer on it, so it's been heated up, shrunk down, sealed. Then we've got a layer of tape around it that adds more protection from the weather and abrasion. So all in all, I think that's a pretty good deal. I just got to move on to doing the other side now. Don't you just love the look of fresh taillights in the morning? Nothing like it, I guess.